Hey everybody, I'm actually in the middle of making another video, which is over there, but that thing's being a pain in the you-know-what. So I found the remnants of my first, I don't know if you can call it performance build, or I know you could easily say the first system I built out of all new parts. Yeah, it wasn't all trash pick build stuff. But, the heck? So, this system here is an AMD, I want to say it's 3600 plus. 64-bit machine. You know. And, apparently last time I ran it, I had it all IDE. I had an IDE hard drive in it. The, CD drive, I don't even know what it is. I don't even know if it ever worked. It doesn't even have a front on it. It's probably an Apple Super Drive or something. But I have another power supply here. Got another hard drive, which this is actually faster than the one I had in it, even though it's a laptop drive. And somewhere around here, this is a better graphics card than what I had. This is a GeForce, I want to say it's an 8600. You know, of course they never say on these things. I'm pretty sure it's an 8600. We'll find out. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to swap these parts out, and then I'm going to meet you over there. Turn this bad boy on. So, sit back, relax, because it's only going to be a quick thing for you anyway. Alright, so we're back over here. Because for some reason this turned on when I hit the power switch. I know it works. That video card is so loud. What we actually have is not a 3600 plus, it's a 3200 plus. And 2 gigs of RAM, and I have that 160 gig laptop hard drive. I just want to see, I mean, you know, I never really messed with anything in this when I had it. I just used it. I need to just shut that off so it don't give me an error. Because I did disconnect the floppy drive. I never tried to overclock the memory or anything like that. I just had... If any of you are old enough to remember ComputerGeeks.com, this was originally one of their Geeks kits. Everything was brand new. I think it came with a it was like an 80 gig SATA hard drive. It was the first time I ever seen a SATA hard drive. Stuff like that. It was just a decent machine. I think it came with a 128 meg ATI video card, which is actually in an e-machines belonging to my mom right now. But this machine's always been good to me. Although I've not always been good to it. This case here, this is the reason why people like Gigabyte should not put their name on anything that people tell them to. This case is freaking tinfoil. This was used at my mom's house. She rested her foot on it. The first time she put her foot on it, just like I would, like say I'm doing right here, freaking dented it. I would definitely not recommend that case to anybody. Everything does seem to be operating right. Although this is this even USB 2.0? Jeez. But eventually we'll get up to Windows and see what's up. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and put Windows on this. I'm probably not going to apply any Windows updates just because I don't feel like going through what I'm going through with that one. And then I'll get back to you. Alright, so I'm back here with this Athlon 64 3200 plus. Now, I didn't do any Windows updates or anything like that. I just kind of threw Windows on there and threw a couple drivers at it because there were some drivers that were not on there. And honestly, this system comes up pretty quick. I was having some issues with the Ethernet, so I thought I'd use this, but it didn't have a driver in it either. So I just went to MSI's website and downloaded them. Now, the version of Windows I use chooses a background based on what kind of computer it is, and this is just a basic MSI board. And this has always just came up with Windows, some factory Windows download, or wallpaper. But this time it's coming up saying LG. I have no freaking clue why. Now, I don't have sound hooked up. I actually don't even have speakers hooked to this receiver at the moment. So that's going to be very inconvenient to have sound. But this machine is actually quite quick. I forgot how nice it actually ran. I have an idea of what I may do with this now that I know it works. I have cameras that seem to only work on Windows XP, and I almost do that every time. I almost type in speedtest.com, and that is usually... crap. And obviously I don't even have I don't even have ad block on this. Now, I'm basically running on wireless internet because I'm using my wireless repeater over here, and I have Windows updates downloaded over there. I have Netflix playing in the living room, another computer just on. Let's just see what this comes up as. I mean, it's not going to be good, I can tell you that. I've seen worse. I don't even think I did the, what your computer's rated either on Windows 7. I'm going to run a couple other quick tests once this is done, and I'm going to pause once I'm ready to do that. I'm so used to Windows 10 and 8.1 by now that Windows 7 just feels weird. So that's what we got there, 863 and 595. That's my internet connection. That's not the computer. But I'm gonna run this test. I'll be right back. This score is actually quite contradictory to the performance of the machine, really. Showing a 4.2, and it would appear that the Ethernet jack is actually messed up on this. So one more minute and I'm going to go ahead and run one more test, but I have to fix something else first. Barely out of sheer boredom, I'm going to run the Octane 2.0 benchmark. I really have no idea why I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Let's see what it comes up with. And I may run it on my main desktop to see what the difference is, because that's a Core i5 4690K, but it does have a rather low-end graphics card, which is mainly for just a home theater PC card. I just want to see what this comes up as. I see a few other YouTubers doing it from time to time, so I'm just curious. think it's actually done. 9,171. This thing does get quite a few low scores, but that's probably just because it's a single core machine. But all in all, it's actually pretty quick, pretty snappy for doing what it does. Oh, as far as the Ethernet goes, I sprayed the jack with a little bit of this. Seems to run fine now. But now I don't have sound hooked up, but remember the days when it used to give you the .coms rather than just a straight Google search? Why the hell do I want any of that? I do see that this is pretty slow, especially loading all these ads, but then again, that could be the network too. Hey, it's actually starting to do that halfway through my name now. Oh yeah, I do have 2 accounts. I don't know if I've ever actually showed anybody that, but I do have 2, but one hasn't been used in a while. Let me go. Will this let me run it in 1080p as well? You know, this might not be so good for YouTube after all. I don't know, it is actually starting to come up. And that's only in 480. What is that, 480? I thought I double-clicked the screen. Actually, with this, it's going to be hard to say because that's just one of the ones where I have the camera pointed at. Yeah, this thing does seem to be wanting to take forever to load everything. It is running in 1080p now. I don't know. Oh, 720. So this machine actually isn't too bad. I've got a screen pointed at a screen, which is showing a camera pointed at a screen. But I think I know what I'm going to do with this. I think what I'm going to do is throw a good version of Windows XP on it, because this machine does run pretty well on XP. And then I'm going to I have 2 cameras. The software I like to use that allows me to switch between cameras and all that, I would like to be able to run with, but I don't have the ability to because they don't work in Windows Vista or above. And here's something else that's funny. I've been sitting here going, there is a lot of heat coming from this machine, but everything inside of it's like nice and cold. Behind the or underneath this table is a heater vent. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue to mess with this thing. I wish I had a solid state drive for it. That would be nice. But yeah, it's a nice little machine. I haven't. And this is actually a pretty nice power supply. I don't know what this was, just sitting in a another old build that gave me a lot of problems. So I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this nice power supply in there, but if I'm running that. Oh, that is actually a GeForce 8800. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So, oh, I mean, if I'm gonna keep running that video card, I might want it, but a 680 is still too much for it. But I don't think I have anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video off by saying thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.